Colonialism versus imperialism. In social studies, are often used interchangeably, but they are two different words having different meaning, as both colonialism and imperialism means political and economic domination of the other. Scholars often find it hard to differentiate the two. Colonialism. Colonialism is defined as control by one power over a dependent area or people. It occurs when one nation subjugates another, conquering its population and exploiting it, often while forcing its own language and cultural values upon its people. By 1914, a large majority of the world's nations had. History of colonialism. Colonies that drew on the physical and population resources of the people they conquered in order to increase their own power. Portugal began looking for new trade routes and searching for civilizations. Christopher Columbus began looking for a western route to India and China. Imperialism. Imperialism means the division of the world between great powers and guides international relations. According to Marxists, imperialism is the superior phase of development of capitalism, which is assured by a policy of economic, political, and military expansion and the economic and political dependence of the populations or states. History of imperialism. Historically, the term imperialism is connected to the notion of empire, the political form of organization that arose in ancient times. More precisely, the term imperialism found its meaning when European states expanded their power through the colonial conquest that lasted from the 17th to the X. Differences between colonialism and imperialism. Colonialism. Colonialism is when one country physically exerts its domination, either through a combination of war and diplomacy, over another country with a view to exploiting its resources. 2. In colonialism, there will be a movement of people to the new territory, becoming permanent settlers in the process. 3. Colonialism in the modern sense dates back to the 15th century, when Europeans began to colonize large swaths of Asia and Africa. 4. Colony comes from the Latin word colonus, which means to farm. 5. Examples of colonialism are to be found in the takeover of India, Australia, Southern and Central Africa by the British and Western and North Africa by the French. Imperialism. Imperialism is when one country is involved in creating an empire and expanding the borders in order to project its power. 2. Imperialism is just about exerting control over the conquered regions either through direct governance or through indirect control mechanisms. 3. Imperialism is far older than colonialism, dating back to ancient empires in history, but is more commonly associated with the Roman Empire. 4. Imperialism comes from the Latin word imperium, which means to command. 5. The scramble for Africa in the 19th century, and the Chinese domination of Vietnam from 111 BC to 983 AD are examples of imperialism. Thank you for watching.